Like this,
He gives me David Goggins
hell.
vibes.
Yeah, Goggins. Yeah,
Goggins is a savage, man.
He can't run no more though, can he?
Well, he did have his knees done, but I don't
he
think
said he don't
can.
know if he'll be able to run again. Yeah, well, like that.
But people, like everyone thinks he's gonna be beat up about it, but he's just like that. That's just that part of the journey. He's like,
Yeah, no, he said he was beat up for it for a couple of days.
He's
but
like, I've
then
got to go do something else now. He's like, that's
go
just
back
life.
to uni or something.
Yeah.
he said, didn't he?
He goes, I'll just swim. Like, something like that. He goes, I'll just do something that's not. I'll just do something else.
Well,
It's like
I
running
knew he
don't
was
define
crazy.
me.
I didn't know he'd done like 260 miles and then like 3 days later done 200 miles.
Yeah.
So
Guy's-
mad. At the
guy's
same time, we're having
crazy,
that knee joint getting rubbed across.
Do you know what was really good about that podcast, the new Joe Rogan one with him, is because I think he went into more depth. I think about maybe he does go into more depth.
He opened up.
But he was talking about even when he's on his runs, like because when I think of Goggins, I think like he's on his runs, like nothing's penetrating his mind, like there's no part of him that wants to quit. He's just gonna get it done. But he was like, nah, like I want to quit. There's always that thought in your head saying quit. Like he opened up more about that, and I think it makes him more human because you can relate to it. Like that sort of stuff happens.
He ain't human.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, but it's because you see this persona of him that he ain't human. And I think if you watch that latest podcast, you actually start to see what he like he just said, what he is actually thinking.
Yeah.
And that was the mad thing. Even for me when I was watching it, I was like, oh right, he just literally takes himself to them depths of dark places, so he understands himself more.
Well,
that's why a lot of people do
That's
that.
exactly
shit.
what he says, doesn't he? He
when
says,
sorry,
No,
but when
it's
he talked about he goes, you need to study yourself. When you do something and you overcome something, study what was going through your head, what made you overcome it. He goes, because they're the points that need your attention. Study all of that. Why did you run that extra 5 minutes on the treadmill when you said you were going to quit at 10 minutes and your legs were hurting? Like, why did you read them extra 5 pages of books when your phone was blowing up and you wanted to go on your phone? Like, study them hard times of the runs, them hard times in training.
Yeah, I after that pod, I've seen him in a different light. I see him more
As a human. Yeah, same.
Because I've read his book and then I watched him on some podcast, but you're only just getting a bit. But for some reason, this time around on Joe Rogan, it was like maybe because his knee was fucked. I don't know. Like more just come out.
Opened up a different part
It
of his life,
opened up a whole different part. He's talking about the guy and the other Marines like trying to take him off the platforms. He's trying to get deplatformed, isn't he? Some other Marine was talking shit about him and shit like that.
it was a long ass podcast. Though.
Yeah,
It was like 3 hours and 8 minutes or something.
Yeah,
It
they were
took me,
talking-
I haven't finished the whole thing.
Oh yeah, some
so-
guy was talking shit about him, innit? It's been for a couple years, like saying, he weren't in the Marines, he's never gone to war, he's never got like a medal and that. 'Cause he did go to war. He went to Afghanistan once, had his medal and that, and then he got ill or something. He's got illness as well, isn't he? He's got
he's got bare shit wrong with him, man.
yeah, I can't remember what he's got wrong with him, man.
Sickle cell?
Sickle cell.
Yeah. Would you say sickle cell?
Sickle cell.
Sickle cell, yeah.
Yeah, no, it was a good pod, man.
Yeah, he's an interesting person, man.
And you know what it is? He did like you can tell that he don't really care about the fame and shit like that. He didn't want to be famous. Like he's talking. You see the bit he's talking about when the kid reached out to him about he's getting bullied in school. You not reached that part.
No.
Well, basically, this kid was getting bullied in school, and they reached out to Goggins, and then Goggins 3 months later got back to him, and the mum was like, "Oh yeah, he's hanged himself." Bro, it's probably the first time I ever see Goggins like
Broken.
choke up.
Yeah.
He was like,
I wasn't even expecting you to just say that. Like I thought he was going to say like reach back 3 months later and
Nah.
seeing how he was doing.
And
And he didn't answer the message. Or
No,
was
he
speaking to him?
he didn't see it. He didn't see the message, but obviously he says he tries to get back to all his fans. And then
Yeah.
obviously 3 months later, he's got back to him, and bro, he's trying to explain it. And he's just like,
No, I didn't get to that bit, man.
It's
That's
like
fucking
nearly
crazy.
bawling. And I was like, and that's what he's like. This is the horrible part of my job. He's like, I didn't want to be this person. I didn't want to be a suit. Like,
It's hard though, man, because even like we're nothing like that in it. But even when we put Paul's one out on TikTok, and we had all them people commenting like, "I'm going through such a hard time," this, that, and it's like
We're not
I don't even know. I don't even feel qualified to even ask how you'd. Like, I don't even know what to say. I remember I was looking at that message for maybe 2 hours, and I was like, I feel like I need to say something to him, like message him, but I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, but
and I
like-
think you ended up messaging him,
I
didn't you?
Yeah,
You just
because
aired
you know
us.
what it is, like, who is qualified, isn't it?
Nah, no one is.
I
but
feel like
a little message can change someone's day.
you know what I mean? Like these, no one's qualified, man. You just need to speak to people, check in on people.